This is Sox in 7.
Welcome back to Sox in 7. We are your hosts, Kevin Tebo, Jack Tagerman, Mason Reed. It's been a while, but here we are with a special edition mid-season breakdown of the terrible Boston Red Sox, who are just garbage at baseball. What do you have to say about this team right now?
Like Tebo said, we definitely took a couple of weeks off, like a couple of series off. The boys were busy, but welcome to the mid-season recap. And what I have to say about this team is that we suck.
Yeah, and we missed a couple series, but you guys didn't miss much at all. 4 series against the AL East, and we went 0-3-1. And everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Chris Sale comes back, first start, gets hurt. Second start, but fluke injury, liner right back up the middle, broken pinky, he's probably done for the year.
I mean, you saw what he said. He was like, it's on schedule for him. He comes back, he gets hurt, comes back, gets hurt. Sucks to see because he's one of the best pitchers in the league when he's healthy. I mean, that's why we paid him however much we paid him. Way more money than I would ever know what to do with. But guy's a baller when he's healthy, and that's not his fault. I mean, you can't blame him for having bad luck, but just sucks.
No, I was actually looking at that the other day. I was looking at his stats, like from 2018 to 2019, and dude, that guy was fucking nails, bro. He literally struck out 300 hitters in a season. And had a 2.5. He started the All-Star game both of those 2 years. Just not the same anymore.
I mean, everybody remembers where they were when he caved Machado on a slider that almost hit him to win the World Series. Because Manny Machado was probably the most hated person in Boston at the current time. Fairy tale ending to what was that? 2018.
Yeah.
2018, sit him down. Shout out Steve Pearce. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's still in the league right now. Shout out Steve Pearce. But he was a baller, and the Celtics definitely don't have anybody with nuts like that right now.
The Red Sox, but yeah.
What did I say?
The Celtics.
Fuck the Celtics, dude.
Yeah, fuck the Celtics.
Go Lakers.
Go Lakers.
You guys are the worst. But that's gonna bring us to the first series. We have a 3-gamer against the Rays, and first game, Cutter Crawford is a dog. Don't sleep on that guy. He goes, shoves, but then the rest of the series, they just get shit on. And then the next series, Yankee series, you drop the first 2 on just terrible baseball. They were just kicking the ball around. But then the Red Sox get some life. Alex Verdugo, the hero, gets a hit off Clay Holmes, the best pitcher in baseball, to tie the game in the 8th, and then walks it off in the 10th. Unbelievable. Franchi scores, # we win the trade. And then you get swept by the Rays.
Well, no, you did skip over the 11-6 win where lots of players did chill shit. But after that we got swept by the Rays, and then after that, we don't need to talk much about that. We just kind of got swept. I mean, Game 4 in that series, I remember I was watching it when we were down 5-3 because Cutter Crawford pitched in that game also and was nails. And then we gave up a 5 squad in the 6th inning or something. Schreiber sold or whatever. You can't expect him to just shove every time. But the top of the 9th inning, this is when I knew we were in trouble. Top of the 9th inning, Bogarts leads it off with a double or something. Verdugo hits the top of the fence, right underneath the yellow line. We're down 5-4, guy on second, no outs, and you just can't manufacture that run from second base, and then we lose and get swept by the Rays. And then in this next series, we win the first game because Xander stole home, and then fucking I don't even know at that point we just lose 14-1 and 13-2. But
Yeah, I mean, it was just terrible. And Tanner Houck tried his hardest to get us swept by the Yankees. And other than that series was just a throwaway. But there's a lot of problems with this team. And people are going to blame Chaim Bloom. You can blame Chaim Bloom, but, like, the team's banged up right now. Let me just read off people who are dealing with injuries, people who are on the IL, and people who just got back.
Yeah,
So, on the IR, we got Trevor Story, Chris Sale, Rich Hill, Michael Waka, Kike Hernandez, Matt Strom, Josh Taylor, Matt Barnes, Christian Arroyo, Tyler Danish, Josh Winkowski has COVID, Connor Siebold on the IL, James Paxton on the IL. Just came off the IL. You have Nate Eovaldi and Garrett Whitlock, and then Devers and Bogarts are both dealing with injuries. This team is banged up unbelievably. The fact that you're only 2 games out is a miracle, but that's due to one guy, and that guy's name is the Asian sensation, Robbie Refsnyder.
The Asian sensation, the Asian sensation, the Asian
I'm pretty
sensation.
sure that brings us to me giving my opinion on every single player on the roster.
Yeah, go for it.
So, we start with the Asian sensation, Rob Refsnyder. I'm pretty sure he's the second best player in baseball right now. Like, that guy's just nails. Like,
He's disgusting.
He goes like 4 for 5 most games. Like the rest of the league refuses to cool him down.
And he leaves Earth consistently.
He leaves Earth like he's just a baller. Like, I'm sorry, Kike, but like you're kind of getting outplayed by the Asian sensation. Rafael Devers, probably the best player in baseball right now. He might make $1 billion when his contract's up this offseason. Xander, we know he's playing hurt. Down year, not gonna lie, not ball. Average is up, OPS down. Fielding's kind of been where it's always been throughout his career. JD,
Terrible.
the average is up. The guy only hits singles.
Guy was hitting 380 at one point, and
Slugging's
now
way
he's
down.
like barely up,
Slugging's
hitting
way
300.
down. Vasquez, he's a catcher, good defensively. He's been hitting this year. Can't blame him.
He's a clutch hitter too.
Verdugo, I was gonna say.
There's a gone.
Verdugo, he's a clutch hitter.
Yeah.
He goes 0 for 4 regularly, but whenever you need a big hit, he's coming through. Jackie, when was the last time he touched the field and did something meaningful, like 2017?
I think he's 0 for 23 at the moment.
Yeah.
Speaking of 0-fers, on that road trip to Tampa and Yankees, Franchi Cordero went 0 for 18 with 17 Ks.
That is my guy, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Franchi supporter. Pitching, like Schreiber's nails 9 out of 10 times. Sale, he's hurt. Nate's coming back. He'll be healthy. Cutter looked, he was shaky his first start. Came back, threw like 6, 1 earned, 2 earned, something like that. 7 maybe.
Cutter is a dog.
Cutter's a dog. Rich Hill, fuck that guy. Who else do they have?
Tanner Houck's unvaccinated.
Tanner's unvaccinated, can't play any series in Toronto.
Duran can't hit a baseball right now.
Durant, he went yard in the Yankees game that we lost like 14-0 or some bullshit like that.
I don't even think he did he?
He was our only runs in one of the games we got shit on.
Jeter Downs took Garrett Colby, and those are only runs.
Yeah, definitely not Duran. That guy just can't hit the ball.
But Jeter Downs is a Yankee killer, which I kind of like. But he's definitely getting shipped off because he's not very good at baseball.
The pitching's just been horrible.
Yeah, speaking of the pitching.
Yeah, what happened to Nick Pivetta, Tebo?
Nick Pivetta, formerly known as Nicholas Pivetta, he was mowing his lawn and he had an accident. His nutsack was so huge that when he was mowing his lawn, it got cut up in the blades and it completely took his entire nutsack off, and now he just absolutely fucking sucks at baseball. He has 0 balls right now. And if this team is gonna go anywhere, they need Nicholas Pivetta back, not Nick Pivetta. They need Julio Daniel Rodriguez or Martinez.
No, we need Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, I wish we had Julio Rodriguez.
More like Matt Carpenter.
Yeah, Matt Carpenter's ridiculous. He has he's hitting 370 and all of his hits are homers.
So honestly, at this point in the pod, bro, talking about the Red Sox just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
let's just talk about the state of the league.
Yeah.
And I mean, like the Yankees.
No, to leave off on the Red Sox though, like this is the last thing I'm gonna say about the Red Sox this podcast because like we're really bad. But I'm pretty sure we finished off like the before the All-Star break at 5-20. I think we won 5 games out of 25.
I saw the other day.
Or like something like that.
We were like 500 in April. Got shit on all of May.
Nasty
Won
June.
damn near every game in June and then got shit on in July. But I mean, talk about the state of the league. The New York Yankees, best team in baseball.
The Astros right behind them.
You really can't
The
make sense of the
Dodgers.
Yankees. I don't think, unless Judge just started to sniff 300. I think other than Matt Carpenter, who's in the lineup, I mean, 4 out of 5 times.
I mean, definitely doesn't
The
qualify.
Yankees pitching is what carried them to 62 wins, whatever it is right now. But the Yankees will cool down pitching, but I honestly think they're going to heat up offensively. And
Probably
I mean,
win 100 that game.
honestly, there's no team I'd want to play less in the AL right now than the Houston Astros.
I mean, I don't even know how we took a series from them earlier. It's ridiculous. And the AL wildcard race is just getting tighter. It's getting crazy. Dude.
Seattle Mariners won 14 games in a row.
Yeah.
They're hotter than like a building that's on fire. Like they're still hotter than that, and like
It's a pretty
Scoville
hot
units.
building.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
a pretty hot baseball team right now.
Speaking of hot baseball teams, the Baltimore Orioles are only a game and a half back from the Boston Red Sox and only 3 games back, or 3.5 games back from the All-Star game. I mean, not the All-Star game, the wild card. And I'm telling you right now, the Baltimore Orioles are winning the World Series.
I mean,
There, I said it.
I'll bet a lot of money that they don't.
Yeah, I mean that's looking like a pretty hot take. Like
I mean, it's not even hot. It's kind of like scorching.
When John Means is like probably your ace, and that guy kind of blows.
he's not even like pitching right now.
Yeah, because he's got has Tommy John, but
No, who was I thinking of? That Rangers guy.
Jordan Lyles.
Jordan
Jordan
I hate
Lyles,
that
oh
guy
my
a
God,
lot.
he's terrible.
Really not good, but
I mean, you got Austin Hayes, Seti Mullins, Adley
Seti Mullins
Rutschman,
is probably like one of my favorite players in the
Ryan
league. That guy's a
Mountcastle,
baller.
Jonathan
That guy's a baller.
Arauz,
Trey Mancini.
that guy's a guy.
Trey Mancini. They got a squad. They got some good bullpen. They got a good bullpen too.
All right, let's mix it into we'll stick it to just AL playoff predictions. I got the Yankees. Obviously, nobody's catching them in the East. I mean, they're 15,
So they're the
15
one seed.
games up with what 70 games.
Yeah,
to go.
so they're the 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
And then we got the Astros in the
Astros.
2.
I still think the Twins win the
I agree.
West.
I would go White Sox.
I mean
but
Central.
I would go
Yeah.
White Sox.
I
You
got
guys go Twins.
I got the Twins in
I
the
got
West.
AL East. I got
Rays probably in the
Rays.
first wild card. Mariners
Rays,
probably in the second wild
Mariners,
card.
Sox.
I got Rays, Blue Jays. Actually, no. Blue Jays just fired their manager. They're gonna fall apart. I'm gonna go Rays, Baltimore Orioles, Red Sox.
I don't think the Orioles
That's
have the
hard.
pitching. They don't have the pitching.
Dude, see, for me, like I'm gonna have to go Rays, Blue Jays, Mariners. I don't see us like competing with those teams, considering like the Blue Jays are a lot better than us, the Rays are a lot better than us, and the Mariners have won 14 games in a row. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, considering like I'm a Red Sox fan for the time being, but like I hope we do something, but as of right now, it's looking like those teams make it, and then like from there on, I would have to say like Yankees, Astros, and the pennant, pretty tough to say that that's not going to be the
I
pennant.
feel like it would be kind of dumb to say the World Series is anybody but Astros Dodgers right now.
Yeah,
I mean the
Yankees are
Astros.
definitely gonna choke.
I mean the Braves or the Mets can make a run.
Oh, I could see the Mets
I
making
mean-
a run.
Nobody likes the Braves more than me, but
I feel like diehard Braves fan might like the Braves more than you.
probably not.
But I kind of want to talk about these contract situations. You got Evaldi up at the end of the year.
Bogart's up at the end of the year.
Devers up next year. Verdugo up next year. Vasquez up this year. This team could look terribly different next year. And it could be for the worst. And this trade deadline is really going to make or break it. Like, I have no clue what Heim's going to do. And I'm starting to lose faith in Heim. Because he put this bullpen together with bubblegum, Velcro, and duct tape. Like, you're not going to win too many games when you pull up a career minor leaguer and he's your best reliever, a.k.a. John Schreiber. Like, all credit to Schreiber for dealing, but, like, I didn't know who you were until maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah, and then, like, watching the All-Star game today, like, brings back the memories of, like, Mookie, Benintendi, Schwarber, how much different the team could be, like, if Bloom decided to give some change out of his pocket to some of these guys. But, like, I guess he simply, like, doesn't like to do that and, like, probably won't pay Devers, and then I'll probably, like, never watch a Red Sox game ever again and, like, become a huge fan of whatever team Devers goes to.
I mean, I'm going to tell you how it should go down. This isn't how it's going to go down. You're going to disagree. You're going to agree. But Rafael Devers, you pay him whatever he wants.
And then, like, way more.
I agree with that.
$750
million.
million.
Whatever he wants. I mean, Boston, you're a big city. You sell out damn near every game. I mean, you can't act like a small market town. You're the Boston Red Sox. Xander Bogaerts, you let him walk. If he wants Carlos Correa money, you let him walk.
We got Meyer, and we just drafted a shortstop.
Correa. Yeah. I mean, Story said he wants to play second. I mean, you already paid Story for 6 years. You could shift him over to short. You have plenty. I mean, you have plenty of players that can play second. We just drafted a new shortstop. We already have our Marcelo Meyer. There's plenty of shortstops in the system that are coming up in 2024, 2025. If Xander wants Correa money, you let him walk.
I mean, at the end of the day, it really could come down to, like, choosing between Xander or Devers. I know Tebo thinks Devers won't sign if we get rid of Xander, but, like,
there's just not a chance. Devers is
fucked.
Literally raised. Xander literally raised Devers. Like,
I'm not paying both.
He has to.
He might not pay either.
We're fucked.
I mean, my guess at this point is that he's not paying either. I think he either pays both or pays neither.
We're so fucked.
And the Boston Red Sox out of Boston, Massachusetts are going to become a poverty system until 2026.
When they finally fire Chaim Bloom and hire back Dave Dombrowski. Like, I don't give a shit about my farm team. I just want
to win a World Series, because that's fun.
That's really
winning
fun.
the World Series is pretty fun, dude.
I don't care if the Woo Sox go 162-0, bro. If the Red Sox sneak into a wild card and win a World Series, that's worth 10 times more.
Like, best example, like, I don't care if Connor Siebold has a 1.19 in the Woo.
And has 190 Ks in 100 innings. I really don't give a fuck, bro.
Because when he comes up to the big leagues, he has a 18 ERA in, like, 4 innings pitched.
I just don't know,
over 4
like,
games.
I just don't know, like, back to this season, I just don't know, like, if we get into a wild card with the Mariners, Blue Jays, Rays, White Sox, Twins, no matter really who we play in the wild card, all those teams are pretty good, by the way. I just don't know, like, we obviously roll out Evaldi game 1 and, like, maybe we lose, maybe we win, but, like, who the fuck do we pitch after that? Like, Pavetta's not very good, probably would give up a lot of runs. Waco would probably give up a lot of runs. Like, they're just, like, not, like, very good, so we're probably fucked.
And the worst part is about the wild card, if you're not hosting it, it's 3 games at the home team.
Yeah,
so
we're not winning
you
3
have to
in
go
Rogers Center. We're not winning 3 in Tampa. We're not winning 2, like, probably anywhere.
If you go to Toronto, you're without Tanner Houck, Chris Sale, and maybe Jarren Duran. Jarren says he's going to get vaccinated, but who knows about that.
I mean, if I was in the league and, like, my team that I played for 162 games, I need to get vaccinated to play for them, I would do it just because of that, like, despite my belief on the vaccination. Like,
I mean, I just, like, personally, I got that dog in me. But, like, I don't know if Tanner Houck's got that dog in him.
yeah. I mean, like, that guy doesn't really fucking matter. Like, he's not that good, and he's, like, alright, but, like,
Yeah, he's
a lot of
pretty
people
mid.
matter a lot more than him, and, like, they're not performing, like Xander Bogaerts and JD Martinez, and, like, the rest of the team besides Devers.
Who do we have after the break?
We have Toronto at home.
And then fucking the Brewers, the Braves. Well, like, we have a tough fucking schedule, dude. We're not going to win that many games.
I mean, I texted you in like late June. I said, Sox have a tough July. And what do we go? 6-20 in July?
Yep.
I mean, there hasn't been that many days in July, but it was like 5-17 or something like that. But game 1 against Toronto,
The way the pitching matchups are out.
you have Nate Eovaldi versus undecided.
It's probably Gosman and we lose.
Yep. And then you have nothing else.
Which is probably Manoa and we lose.
Is it 3 or 4 games?
It's a 3-game set.
And then we got the Guardians.
And then you got the Guardians at home. So you got a little homestand, which is nice after the break, because you're going to need it. You have to go on a run here, or you're out of the race.
You have to go something like 16-6-7 in July, August after the break.
Well, that'd be pretty cool if they just like won 14 games in a row, because like the Seattle Mariners were able to do that.
I mean, like, you have to, or Heim's not going to invest in this team, and he's just going to go on a fire sale. He's going to trade Bogarts, he's going to trade JD, he's going to trade Eovaldi. And then we're looking at a 2012 situation next year. And I don't want to see it.
Yeah, tough time to be a Sox fan right now, but like, I mean, the boys definitely aren't out of the race. Like, they can definitely turn it around and like win games, but like that seems to get harder and harder as like our players continue to suck and our pitchers continue to give up bombs.
And our players continue to get hurt. Like, if we could just like stop getting hurt, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would also be pretty cool if like every player on the team was Rafael Devers and then every pitcher was Nate Eovaldi. We would be pretty good.
Which reminds me of a story. So me and Reed go to the Red Sox game, Garrett Cole, at Fenway Park, and we're driving up, and what did you tell me?
That there was no chance that Devers would leave twice.
Well, that's what I told you. What did you tell me?
That there was a chance.
And what happened?
And then he did. Because he's the best player on planet Earth. He's the best to ever pick up a bat. Like, no one that's ever picked up a bat is better than him at hitting the baseball. He's just him. It's really all it comes down to.
He might be just him.
All right, roll into closing thoughts.
I don't think the Sox make the playoffs.
Me neither.
I don't think they do. I mean, at this rate, there's no good mojo around this team at all. Every time you go to Toronto, after that, you lose it feels like 20 straight. And Correa is just sitting there wishing that he had anybody to pitch, anybody to hit.
And he doesn't.
And he has nothing. And that's one guy you can't blame is Rafael Devers and Alex Correa. Everybody else, have at it.
They all suck besides them.
I honestly, you look at the Red Sox, especially record by month, they've got to be the streakiest team in baseball. But I think if you want to make the playoffs, we got August and 2/3 of September left in the season. You've got to have in August and September like you did in June. You gotta just get hot. The pitching has never really went more than a week being crazy good all season. The bats got stupid hot in June. If the bats get stupid hot again, you sneak into a wild card. I've always said the MLB World Series champion is just who gets hot at the right time. So anybody can win a World Series once you get in there. All you got to do is get in there and get hot. So if they want any chance to win a World Series, they got to get in there and get hot.
I mean, just look at the Braves last year. They were 500 around the All-Star break.
Yep.
And then they just came out and their lineup, what did they start to do? They started to fucked. They fucked. And Reed, what are your closing thoughts?
That we suck.
That's it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any?
Shit needs to change, or else I'm gonna give up on the season in a couple weeks unless we start fucking winning some baseball games. So fucking start doing that, and don't fucking make Devers carry every single fucking game because he put the whole entire fucking organization on his fucking back.
But final segment of the day: are the Red Sox sellers or are they buyers? And if they're sellers, who's gone, who's here?
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean,
if we
what do I
bought Soda.
want or what do I think is going to happen?
What both? What do you want?
I mean, they're going to sell.
They're gonna sell.
It'd be
They're
pretty
gonna
cool if
sell.
they bought Soda.
I mean, there was a report that came out, I think, literally today. The Sox and Devers weren't even in the same 100 million.
Yep.
Ridiculous. They tried
It
to.
doesn't look like that's happening. I mean, him and Xander were at the All-Star game, like laughing at the offers that they got from the Sox.
And it's
And I
demoralizing.
mean, Xander's he's gonna get too much money from some teams, so I honestly think he's gone. Devers is gonna get highest paid player in the league, if not close money, because he's still young. He's
25, bro.
like,
Literally just turned 25.
there's no reason he shouldn't get money similar to Soto, who just turned down $440 million.
which is nuts.
So
But I mean,
I think they're gonna sell, which is sad because the Sox are gonna turn into a small city town that works a farm system and sneaks in a wild card here and there, but never actually wins something. But there's no reason to think that they're gonna become buyers. They didn't buy this last offseason.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they got Trevor Story. That's about it.
For a deal.
Woohoo, bro.
Yeah. I mean, they
We got
did
rid of
nothing
Schwarber,
else.
who's like way better than him.
Definitely. And like, I really miss Kyle from
a
Morphing.
single up the middle and All-Star game would be cool if the
Yeah.
Heim Blue decided to give them some money. But
Yeah, they definitely stuck seeing Kyle Schwarber, Mookie Betts, and Andrew Benintendi at this All-Star game. But
I mean, at the end of the day, like last year, we have basically the same team that we had last year besides Schwarber, right? Like, we scrapped together a little sneaky playoff run. Like, nothing's to say we can't do it again besides the fact that I don't think we're going to.
and I'm right with you. And we just need to hold on and pray that we can somehow squeak something out here. But that's going to do it here for Sox in 7, Sox in 27. We will see you after this Blue Jays series. Good night.
So this is